Well, there's no question that there are a whole lot of decorations that may seem scary at first if you've never been to an event like this before, but I can assure you that they're all part of the theme of things that go boom, especially fireworks, which have been featured prominently in this particular seasonal event over the last few years. This year, though, they decided to switch things up a little bit and involve things that are more Japanese-centric. And don't get me wrong, fireworks are definitely Japanese-centric, but in past years they went with the traditional Japanese. This year they went more modern and did their own take on the Power Rangers, giving us outfits like these to wear, as we have the opportunity to be able to be inspired by what the go-go posing Rangers had the opportunity to do and succeed at. And so, with that in mind, greetings people of the world, Matthew back with you here at Novora Autism for this edition of the Tales of Eorzea vlog here on Final Fantasy XIV's Exodus server. So yes, the Moonfire Faire has started this past Friday, and a lot of people have already taken to it very enthusiastically. Had the opportunity to upload a video on that yesterday with Rika Sasaki, and as you see, our free company leader, Corin Loren, has also had the opportunity to participate in the event. And for those of you who did watch the video or have already seen the event for yourselves and probably thinking to yourselves, you sided with the goofy yellow ranger and chose his colors? Well, that's not why I did that. The reason I chose yellow for Corinne was to honor the fact that, like all of my characters who I've had the opportunity to feature on YouTube in the Let's Plays of this game, Corinne is of Gridanian origin, due to the fact that she started out as Lancer. So because of that, I chose yellow because, of course, Gridania is represented by the color yellow. And so we've had the opportunity to encourage the free company members to post to our Facebook wall about having the opportunity to do the various poses, because they allow you to do the crazy Japanese poses that you would get to do in this particular event, as I'll have Corinne demonstrate here. And so you get the opportunity to learn those through taking on the fates that are involved with the Moonfire Faire, and also getting the opportunity to obtain some of the rewards that are associated with it. So because of that, we get the opportunity to show off our wild skills as posing rangers if we so desire. And that's what I'm encouraging the FC to do. In fact, someone actually posted early this morning that if it were possible, if we could get a group shot of everyone who is been doing the Moonfire Faire in our free company and has this armor already and ready to go to do their own fancy poses. And we've already started posting on the Facebook wall for myself and also for some of our other members, so we're off to a good start in that regard. It has been an eventful week, though, outside of Moonfire Faire, though. We unfortunately said goodbye to two of our most prominent members. We sadly, we fell down to 46, but the main reason why we lost two of our members was because they wanted to do some things for themselves, and they wanted to get out of a free company setting to do that. So unfortunately we lost Thelena Tarusian, who was one of our mentors, as well as one of our newer members who was very active, which was Mitri Vejo, who had definitely earned a reputation as our free company's resident chameleon. That I actually referred to Mitri as that. She kept changing her name, she kept changing her race, she kept changing a lot of things. But I guess ultimately got to the point where she just kept overdoing it so much that because it was costing her so much money that I guess she went broke, and she's decided to just leave the FC for a while until she can maybe hopefully get enough money to come back someday and be able to renew her subscription. Because yeah, if you keep changing your look and you have to keep going to the MOG station, which is the game's website for buying microtransactions, And trust me, Mitri definitely used a lot of microtransactions. That it's gonna come back to haunt you, and unfortunately, that's exactly what it did for Mitri. She changed her name one last time before she left the free company, and so we're sadly missing those two today. We did, however, get someone back. Someone that I didn't think we would get back, though. Tokakim Natsumi, who was Taiga Ryuji's real-life girlfriend. It was made known to us under public knowledge in RFC that they were breaking up a few months ago, and so because she was hadn't played the game for a while after that, it led me to think that, well, okay, it's probably in my best interest if I don't allow this situation to be like a thing that could be a problem for Taiga, and so I had Tokakim removed from the free company. But once I received word a few days ago that Taiga let me know that Tokakim was coming back and that they were going to start doing stuff together again, like, that gave me optimism. And so last night she came back into Tales of Eorzea, and so they had the opportunity to do some questing together. So they're likely still not getting back together, at least not right away. But the fact that they still have a great deal of respect for their friendship definitely shows that there is a great source of hope for the two of them and the friendship that they still have. Whether they ultimately decide to get back together again or not remains to be seen, but it's good that they are willing to do stuff together again, and within the context of our free company. That's a great source of optimism for us when we've kind of had a bit of a dreary week in our free company. And so, something else I should probably talk about as well is that we're, by this time next week, one of our free company members is actually going to be leaving us for a while, and that's Byakurai Stormy Sky, who we brought in a few months ago, and has been a regular active member of our free company. But he's going away for a while because he has enlisted in the U.S. Marine Corps, and next week he starts his basic training. And so we definitely wish him the best of luck on his military endeavors, whether he chooses to just limit his experience in the Marines to basic training or if he becomes a full-time soldier. We don't know yet, but we certainly wish him the best of luck as he pursues his goal. He has admitted to being nervous, but we have done everything we can to give him the encouragement that he needs, and hopefully he will be able to take that with him into his basic training, and he will hopefully get a lot out of it. So we definitely gave him a lot of encouragement last night, and we definitely want him to come back to us when he does, richer for the experience of having taken basic training, because as anyone who's ever gone to military and joined a military regiment will know that they definitely put you through the ringer, especially in basic training, and so you really have to be willing to have a lot of courage and determination to not only try it, first of all, but stick it out. So definitely a lot of respect goes to Byakurai for wanting to be able to take on such a challenge, and we will definitely support him in his endeavors. So that is how things have been going over the course of the last week here at Tales of Eorzea, and hopefully next week I'll be able to give you guys a whole bunch of picks that our free company members will have done for completing the Moonfire Faire, and also showing off their best posing ranger poses. So, that's going to do it for this edition of the Tales of Eorzea Free Company vlog. And don't forget that if you have a character that's here in game that you want to have join our free company, or if you're just looking to create a character on Exodus, then we would love to have you. And we've certainly, even though people may come and people may go, we certainly hope that if you do come to join our free company, that you will not only enjoy the experience, but also be enriched by it. So, thank you very much, everyone, for watching, and until next time, everyone, this is Matthew at Navora Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.